1, 2, and 3 bags worth of crochet from 2023. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before I get into all of the details of everything that I crocheted in 2023, I just want to let you know that these things are going to be everything ranging from like wearables to accessories, bags, plushies, baskets. I think that basically covers it all. This collection actually started from March of 2023. That's literally when I kind of took this like DIY channel a little more serious, and I kind of focused a lot on crochet because that's literally what I love to make most of the time. I actually have like a crochet sewing video coming up soon as well, so hopefully you guys can get a little introduction into that. But let's get started with all of the wearables for 2023. Now, okay, this one is probably the one that I'm most proud of because it literally took me weeks, like a whole month to probably make this. Like, I was crocheting morning, day, afternoon, night. Anytime that I could crochet, I was crocheting because I don't know, I think I really messed up with the fact that I chose such thin yarn to make this. Like, I don't know, okay, I really think that this is probably my last time using thin yarn, so but anyways, I made just huge granny squares and I ended up putting them together as a sweater. So here she is, and it's honestly huge. Like, this thing is huge. So it ended up being like a really oversized sweater, and I've actually used it a couple of times here during like the winter coldish season here on island, and it's actually looked really cute. I actually kind of match it with like some black leggings or something like that and some booties, or you know, some like probably more of like skinny jeans really to like fit like the baggy shape of this. But this one was just the cutest, and it actually took 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10 huge granny squares to make this. So 4 for the front, 4 for the back, and then 1 for the arm. I just folded it in half and then sewed it at the top here, and then 1 for the other arm, and again I did the same. I just folded it in half and did it over here. And then for the little armholes, I kind of just like did double crochets, like 2 rows of double crochets, and I kind of decreased them little by little just to make it like cuffs. And then I also did 2 rows of double crochets for the neck and also for the bottom with decreases, just so that everything looks like it's cuffed and it's not just a bunch of granny squares put together to make it look like an actual sweater. But yeah, this one is really heavy. It's like, actually, I know granny squares has a lot of holes in it, but it's actually because it's so heavy, it actually got really warm to use this one. So this one is, I mean, I love it. It's definitely all neutrals type, so it definitely can go with like anything that you wear underneath it. I don't know, I feel like making something like this is very great. It's like such a great piece. It's kind of timeless to always have in your wardrobe. You can literally pair it with anything. Next, I feel like a lot of you saw this one, but this was my Amazon bolero that I tried to remake, and this one actually fits pretty nice as well. It actually goes over the top like this, and it is long sleeves as well. And this one I used chunky yarn, and I think I probably used like maybe 2 or 3 maybe rolls of like the cake yarn cake rolls things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this one, I honestly made this one in one day because it's really easy. It's just a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and this one is super easy. I made a tutorial on this one, It's up on my channel if anyone wants to recreate it for yourself. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so I also made another one that's kind of the same as the Amazon Bolero, but this one is more of like crop top. This one actually goes like over my bust, so it's not as like up here only, if you know what I'm saying. But this one is a lot. This one took a lot of more time to do than that one, because this one was actually just like a bunch of chains and then 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, and then a ton of chains. And I don't know, this one just, I kind of regret making this one because this one got really tedious to make. It wasn't as fast as the other ones, to where you kind of just like keep crocheting and you don't even have to look at what you're crocheting, if you know what I'm saying, for all of the advanced crocheters. But this one ended up being pretty cute too. I mean, I don't know, this one is a lot warmer, and I don't know, I'm gonna keep all of them to use for next year in winter, because I really want to use more clothes that I make for myself instead of shopping all the time. So I want to keep that trend going for myself. 2024, those are the goals. Okay, next, wow, okay, we have a hook stuck in this. Okay, so next is my front tie top that I made, and I actually made a tutorial for this one if you want to make one yourself. And this one has chunky yarn. It's also like the granny square pattern, and it's just like this, and it's super cute. I actually really love this one a lot because you can just wear it and wear like, I don't know, you can actually wear like one of those thin long sleeves, like probably like a white long sleeve, really thin, and then wear this one over it and some cute little jeans or something. I really love this one. I actually only wore this one like once out, and I actually like layered it like how I was talking about, but I actually never got to wear this one again. And it's actually starting to get kind of hot already again, so I'm kind of sad that I didn't wear my items out more often. But I am definitely going to try to make more pieces that I can actually wear all year long, because you know the heat is just so killer when you're trying to wear like yarn made things. It's just so hard to actually wear them because it gets so hot. So next, what is this? Okay, so next I made another top, and this one is it's also like the mesh top, where it's, I think this one I chained 3 and then double crocheted for literally the entire piece, and I literally did it like all the way around back and forth, and then I just did 1 row for the shoulders, and then I did the back row the same exact way that I made the front row. So here is this one, and it's super cute. I really like this one because this is like a piece that I can actually wear during the summer a little bit, and I wear like a black tank top under this one, and then I wear this one over because I don't know, I'm a little self-conscious when it comes to like wearing tank tops and like really tight clothing just like as is. So it's nice to have something like this that you can layer over, that it kind of distracts from like my rolls or whatever. Y'all know what I mean. But I really love this piece, and I think I'm actually going to separate this one from my other crochet pieces so that I can actually wear this one out more during the summer. Actually, this one would be such a cute piece to wear when you go out swimming, like over your swimsuit. I think that is everything. Oh no, wait, I have more. Okay, so a long time ago, I can't remember when it was, sometime in 2023, but I asked AI to make me a pattern for a crocheted crop top, and it was like it wasn't a big fail, but it was a pretty, I don't know, it was a fail. Okay, never mind, it was a fail. Basically, I ended up crocheting this. This was the top that AI made the pattern for, And you know, it's not that bad, you know, but the straps were way too big. They were way too long. So I ended up having to like kind of like cinch them together. And then I ended up trying it on afterwards and it was like the perfect length for me. But I don't know, I feel like something like this is gonna have to be something that I wear over like a swimsuit or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna separate it for my summer clothes and work with it to try to actually wear it. Next, I have another one of those like crop top boleros that I was making. I think this is the first one that I actually tried making. And again, it's the same like chain. I think this one is only chain 2, then a double crochet, and it just goes over the top like this. And this one is actually really cute because again, I can just wear it over like a tank top or something and it distracts from like people just staring straight at my boobs. So anyways, this one, I mean, it was kind of like my introduction to making like boleros and stuff like that. So if you want to make something, I would suggest something small like that is a great introduction, and then you can definitely move up on like styles after that. Okay, next, this top. I had actually posted a video about this top saying how I had messed up on this one because the front portion I had followed this pattern and it flowed like nicely over, you know, my front. But then I kind of messed up and just decided to make that same pattern and just copy and paste it for the back side. And that's where I messed up because whenever I put it on, so like my front, it looks fine, but then the back of me, it looks like I have like humps on the back side of me. So I don't know, I'm kind of really disappointed at that, but I think I'm just going to probably try and wash this like with really hot water or something to try to shrink it. Now, if I feel like if I shrink this, I think I would probably get like the look that I'm like, that I was originally aiming for when I first made this. But yeah, I mean, I really like this one to go over like a swimsuit or something easy like that. But I just really liked the pattern of this one. So I feel like I might want to try this one again, but definitely change the back and not make the front pattern for the back again. And another wearable, I made this one. This is actually a bikini top that I had made for myself and it's yellow. It stands out so much. But I mean, I freaking love crochet like bikini tops because I feel like they just look so freaking cute. You look like so tropical, if that makes sense. But this is how she looks like. It's really simple design. The only thing that I probably added were like the little frills or whatever, the border edging for the cups. And that was literally it for that one. Next, I also made one of these like little fishnet tops. This is actually a toddler size because I made this for my daughter last summer. She wore this like once or twice, but I kind of messed up because I made this right when she had a growth spurt. So literally like 2 or 3 months later, this fit way too tight for her. So I was like, oh, okay. I was kind of sad that this didn't fit on her anymore, but this is actually so freaking cute. I'm definitely going to try to make her a newer one, definitely a bigger sized one for her for this summer, and I'll try to have a tutorial for that if anyone is interested. I think this might be the last wearable, but I also had made her this little top. And this one, these are literally just a bunch of granny squares, and the yarn, it has kind of like this tinsel in it, and that's what made it like a little more shiny. I actually never finished this. Like, look, I never finished attaching the strap together. I kind of just put it together just for the sake of the video. But I remember my daughter actually wore this to the beach like once, and that was probably it. I never like put her in it again. I kind of just like moved on to the next crochet project and just like completely forgot about it. So after that, I kind of started moving on to hats. I incorporated hats here and there, And I think this was one of the first ones that I made because I was trying to use up some other yarn that I had. And this is like one of the bucket hats that I made. This one was just a bunch of single crochets, and I honestly kind of like hated the process because single crochets, it got so boring and I was using up so much yarn just to make one hat, and I was like, holy crap, like why? So I think after this is when I tried making like granny square pattern type of hats. So I think that's when I made this one, and that's when I got a little more creative with the colors and stuff. I made this one, and it is your typical granny square pattern, and this one actually fits like really cute on me because it's like, you know, I don't know, I really liked this one. And afterwards I had made my strawberry hat that I remember a lot of you had actually like requested something like this, and everyone was like going crazy about the strawberry hats. You know, everyone like was like raving about it, loving it so much. But here she is. I still have her, and I kind of sometimes I put her over my computer desk chair because I feel like it just completes my whole like desk setup. I don't know, I was really like happy to see that one made. And then afterwards I made the mushroom hat. I remember this one was also requested, and I was like, oh my god, like I just remember feeling myself like as a cottagecore girly so much because of this like mushroom hat. I don't know, I just like, I really loved the idea of being able to make like hats that resemble so many like fruits and whatnot. It was just like such a cute thing. And I think after that I made like a Totoro inspired crochet hat. So this one was like the first design that I made, and then after this one my daughter wore this one around the house a lot. She just loved it. She loves hats, so she wore that one. And then I made a second pattern and I made this one, and on this one I think this one was kind of a fail, so that's why I just stopped making it. But I tried adding eyes to it. So here it is, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know if it looks creepy or if it looks cute. I don't know. She's just kind of like in between those two, so I just left her like that, and I just kind of abandoned those and stick to like the granny square type of hats because obviously those were way cuter. Okay, after that I have a tutorial of these on my channel as well, but I also made some crochet phone case holders, and so these literally are designed to go like across your body like this, and they feel like really cute, and they go across you, and it's literally 4 granny squares put together. And my phone fits, oh, it fits so snug in here. It was so satisfying when I actually finished the design. But this one was just a regular granny square, and this one was a different type of granny square. But this one I also added these little chains to kind of like secure your bag closed, and here they are. These are just, I don't know, I loved making these. These were so cute. But here they are, and I actually use these when we're going to things like farmers markets and stuff like that. Things to where I don't want to carry a huge ass bag around me. So I usually carry this, and it's really easy for me to put my phone in and put like my credit card, a few bills in there, and that's it. So I love having these around with me to like use every now and then. Next, I actually made a couple of baskets, and a couple of other ones are still like lying around in the house, but these are like made out of t-shirt yarn. This is a heart-shaped basket, and then I actually made this little like purple one, and this one's like really tiny, but yeah, I hope you guys can like see the shape of them, kind of, you know. But here they are. I use these from time to time. Like I use the bigger one when I'm sewing and stuff to keep like all the yarns that I'm sewing, and then I'll go and take it to my sewing machine. And then this one, I usually like to put really small items in there, or like my place markers for when I crochet and I don't lose my spot. That's what I kind of use these for. My child is here now, so just ignore the baby talk in the background. Next, I did these little bear coasters, and I remember I made like the brown one, but then I made a pink one, and I kind of stopped there because I was like, okay, I have one for when I'm at my desk and I have one for when I'm crocheting here at the dining table, so I think I can kind of stop there. And that's when I made the tutorial on my channel as well. But here she is. I just love it because it's so cute, and like when you put your mug in, the bear just kind of like hugs your mug. I don't know. It's just, I love making those. Those are so cute. And then I also made I remember this one was kind of like Easter time frame. You know, for Easter you see like those marshmallow peeps or whatever, and then you also see like the bunny peeps, the marshmallow ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but this was supposed to be like a replica of it. And I remember my daughter actually loves this one so much. She actually puts this one in her little like toy house, and she pretends that like it's like a bear. It's like the cutest thing ever, but I freaking love the fact that like she actually uses the plushies that I make. She actually uses them, and she actually pretends that like it's her baby, or like that she like pretends feeding them so much. It's just so cute. Next, I have this cute little flower keychain. I remember I had some yarn left over from like the white Totoro hats that I was making, and I was starting to get to a point where I need to keep using my leftover yarn because I don't want to buy more and then still have all of this stuff here at home. You know, let me use what I have. I ended up making this like puff flower keychain, and I actually like adding this one onto my crocheted bags that I have. And speaking of crocheted bags, I actually have one right here. Hold on. Okay, I actually made this one out of t-shirt yarn as well, and I saw this one a lot on Pinterest, so I was like, okay, let me make one, let me see what it's about. And here it is. It's actually made out of white t-shirt yarn, like I said, and it's actually very like sturdy. This bag is actually heavy. Like I think the next bag that I make out of this pattern, it's probably gonna have to be like out of like thinner twine maybe, so it can look like a beach bag or something. But using t-shirt yarn, this bag is actually heavy, and I'm definitely not gonna use this like out in public and stuff too much because it's gonna be heavy to carry around. Let me just say that. But inside I have another crocheted bag. I actually have a tutorial on this one as well, and this one, I remember it just uses 3 granny squares, and so it's 1, 2, 3, and they're all folded in half and then sewn together. And I just made this tiny little holder or like strap for it, and I actually really like this one because for a moment I actually put a plant inside of it and I just hung it. So it was really cute having like a plant here and hanging out of it. But I think I had to take it off and move it because ants were getting in my plants through like the windows during a typhoon, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna risk having like ants and like have them lay eggs in my bag. So I put the bag away and I had to evict the houseplant outside, and that's what happened. That's why it doesn't have the plants anymore. I actually ended up making a couple of crochet like scrubbies, and this is one of them. It has actually like a little holder at the top, and it's for you to like use when you like wash in the shower. And this one as well, this one has like more textures to it, but I actually made these as well. And I actually love these because making them in white is better, because after you're done using them, if like let's say you use them to clean like the kitchen and stuff, you can always use bleach on them, and that's how they end up staying so white and nice. So a little tip if you're wanting to make like cleaning cloths and stuff like that. Okay, I ended up making this bag out of the t-shirt yarn as well, and I never finished this one. I actually wanted to make like straps for it, but then I realized I can just buy like straps and just attach them to the sides, and I actually wanted to attach a zipper to this. I never got around to it, and then I actually found a zipper, but I never found zippers that were big enough for this. So then that's when I was like, okay, I need to maybe make this like a different way. And this has just been unfinished since, but in here I actually made 2 compartments, and on one side there's literally nothing, there's just a piece of napkin. And then on the other side I have one of my lenses for my camera. It's just the bigger one. And that is literally all that is in this bag, because this bag was meant, it was like made for the purpose to carry my camera in around, because my camera didn't come with like an actual bag for it. So that's what this was supposed to be, but I think I'll eventually finish this one up because I do want to carry my actual camera around more often now. So that is basically it for like the wearables and everything like that. I have more crochet to show you guys, but I have the rest of the crochet that I have is placed around my house. So I'm gonna take you guys with me to look at everything else. So let's go. All right guys, so before I move on to some things that I have crocheted around the house, I wanted to show you guys some bags that I actually use. These bags I actually use like probably like 2 weeks out of like the whole month. I actually like to change my bags a lot depending on where we're going. So here are the bags. So here is one of them, and I actually really like this one because this one I actually sewed, like I hand sewed, you can see it right here, the detailing, but this is like padding, and I actually put my camera in this bag, and I really love the fact that I put padding, and the t-shirt yarn on the outside actually makes it like extra padded. It's really dirty, as you can see, because I actually use this one a lot. And I like to bring my camera in here whenever we're like gonna go to really cute places here in Japan, or like to car meets and stuff for my husband. And this strap I actually bought, it was probably like $30 or so at like the craft store, and I just attached it to some like loops that I had made from chains right here on the side. But here is the actual bag itself. I told you it's dirty, like this is how much I use this bag. But basically I started with just like a chain of and then I slowly like chained in rounds all around, and then I actually only increased over here in the front. You can see where I increased, and to make like the bag stand out more in the front to have more room. And then in the back I made no increases, so only increased on the sides and then in the front. And then in the top over here I actually just made a separate panel of like rows from the back, and then I basically like just decreased as I came to the front, and then tied off in the front, and then just added a zipper. And yeah, I actually really like how this bag ended up, and it's perfect for my camera because again it's padded, it's well protected and secured. And then the next bag that I use, so this is the next bag that I use, and this one is again out of a ton of granny squares. And these granny squares are the same like thin yarn that I had used for like the big sweater, but again I think this strap was like probably like 500 yen, so maybe like $3 worth of in the States. And this was from the craft store again. I just added it to the sides. I think this one was a total of 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 little granny squares. So 12 little granny squares, and then I just I think I just slip stitched them all around to join them. I added a zipper, and then the inside lining is like muslin cloth, so like the type of cloth they use for like burp cloths for babies. And then as you can see here, I actually used my sewing machine to sew everything together. So like the zipper, the lining, and the tote bag itself, I used a sewing machine, so you can kind of see the sewings right here on the outside. But yeah, that's how I ended up making this one, and it was a lot faster and easier to attach the zipper and the lining to this bag using the sewing machine, so I'm definitely going to be doing that again. Yeah, and as you can see, I have diapers in here. I have some money, yeah, cash, dollar and yen. You always gotta have that here in Japan. So yeah, I use this one when we're like on like quick little trips and stuff. It's like a very cute like bag to have around, so that you don't really have like that huge mom bag carrying around. It's actually like a cuter and smaller like bag. I don't know. Yeah, you guys understand me. But let's go on to the other crochet stuff. Let me show you the other stuff. So these might be a little hard for you guys to see, but I actually made this planter, this hanging planter, and that small one over there at the top. But I actually made this one, and then I actually made this other one that's over here and right here. So, and then I made this other one also. It's like a basket. I have this plant right here. She looks bad, but I cut off a bunch of leaves from her to propagate them, and then I added like these little leaves at the bottom to look really cute. But I crocheted those, and I'm currently propagating these. These are the ones that I propagated to add to it later. But my little boy actually finally fell asleep, yay! So I'll try to be quiet, so that's why I'll be whispering. Okay, we're here at my desk, and my desk is in my bedroom, so I'll be whispering. But I have another hanging planter here, and the propagated plants, I actually want to add them here to make the room look a little more better. I crocheted this little like hanging planter, and I actually love this one. It was actually really cute. It was my first like hanging planter, and then I also did this like kind of like lily of the valley type of like hanging lights, and they go all across the computer. And here they are with the lights on. They look super cute. I actually love how they look. They make like the whole aesthetic kind of like come together. But next, I actually crocheted this like book cover, and I recently did this like bookmark, but the book cover was last year. My little teddy bear over here, and then remember I did this like crochet zenitsu. I do not have a pattern for this. This I actually made like just off the top of what I know. The actual like coat on him was so hard to make. That's why it looks a little bit rough. But you know, I made whatever I could. So here he is. I'm gonna struggle to put him back, so I'm just gonna leave him right there for now. But as you can see, I have some granny squares here, and those are for a future video that I am working on currently. But here is the mouse pad, the flower crochet mouse pad, not mouse pad, the wrist pad that I made recently. I put a whole video of me putting it together and kind of like how you guys can make one yourselves. It's on my channel, so if you guys want to see that. I actually have a little froggy. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's like hiding over there. But I have shown him many times on like my Instagram as well sometimes. But I think that is basically it for like all the crochet stuff on my desk. All right. The very last piece, I completely forgot about this piece because I had actually worn this like last week a few times. Hello, I recently put a tutorial out for this crochet bolero, and this was like my all-time favorite. It's probably the best one that I have made so far out of all of them, because it actually has like the big wide sleeves. It actually like kind of tapers off and comes up here towards like the sleeves, up nicely up the top. I don't know, this one is just like, I wear it and I feel like, I don't know, I just love it. If you find yarn that is textured, it has like 3 different types of like textures going on in it, I definitely recommend you to try and use that for this. This is basically just like a chain 1 double crochet repeat type of pattern. It's so easy. Check out my video if you want to make one yourselves. It's totally customizable to your measurements, so that's what I love the best out of this one. But here she is, the very last one. I didn't sew in any of the ends or anything like that because because of the texture of this yarn, I feel like it fits in. I feel like it makes the top look a little more unique, gives it a little more detailing to it. I don't know. But that is it. That is everything that I crocheted for 2023. Let me know what your favorite thing from 2023 was down in the comments. Let me know what I should try to crochet more this year. I definitely want to stick to things that I can try to use on the day-to-day basis. So I don't know, this year I kind of want to stay away from plushies because I feel like plushies, they just like stay there. They just kind of look cute on your desk or on your bed or whatever, and I don't know, I really want to be more like thoughtful as to what I make and actually put into what I make it things that I actually use, so that I kind of feel like I'm not so much just wasting my money. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks this way, but yeah, let me know what you think. I definitely have another sewing crochet video coming up, like I said, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe what you thought, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye.